go to you!
Looking for someone to watch your back? I can do it. An observant one, aren't you? No, I'm no guard. I'm a mercenary by trade. You could say I have a personal vendetta against these scum. They're a scourge on Skyrim, and I've taken it upon myself to clean up this beautiful place. And besides, what's the point of a good sword arm if you don't use it, right? Aye, you've got me there. Typically we are. But I'm not opposed to dragging these lowlifes' faces in the dirt for free every now and then. Keeps me in good form. Usual rate is 50 septims. Trust me, you won't find a better deal. Seems like we'd make a pretty good team, doesn't it? Of course you can trust me. Well, here's my policy. If you kick the bucket, I keep everything you have. I also want a cut of any loot we find, but we can talk about that later. Don't worry. You're worth more to me alive. Well, take your time. If you decide you want my help, you can find me at the Bannered Mare in Whiterun. That is, unless another exciting opportunity presents itself. Or, if you're ready to get moving, we can start right now. It's up to you. Aye, Dragonborn. What's on your mind? Lead the way. I'm right behind you. If Delphine hates the Thalmor as much as I do, then I'm on her side. Yes, you did it! I wish I could have seen it with my own eyes. The Dragonborn vanquished the World Eater. It must have been a sight to behold. You've truly become a legend. Ha! It's the most incredible of feats. Let's celebrate with plenty of mead to life. And to you, Dragonborn, for your existence. Thank you for everything you've done. Damn those cultists. They won't get away with attacking you like that. We need to investigate this matter further and find out what Miraak is up to. I'll come with you to Windhelm and help you track down that damn boat. So you're Kaiden, aren't you?
But then I took
Bjorn.
an arrow to my heart.
Your name's been on the
You're
wind,
a
friend.
great shot, love.
Stories of a man who's taken on his fair share of lowlifes. A bit like a fellow sellsword, I'd say. And rumors had it you vanished for a while. Like a ghost in the mist.
Aye, Bjorn. The time I spent in that prison, you can see I really disappeared. Even in my own mind. Feels like another life now. Better not to talk about it, eh?
You're right. Let's move on from the past. You know, I heard you took off some bloke's head with one swing of your sword. That's quite the feat, Kaiden. You don't see that every day.
Yes. I am proud of my skills with two-handed swords. And you'll see why if we stick together. I'm sure you can even learn something from me.
Ha! That might be a challenge, huh? I'm always open to sharpening my blade. Perhaps we can teach each other a thing or two.
Yes. He seems strong and reliable enough. I guess time will show what he's made of. Aye.
All ears, Dragonborn. What's our next step? Aye, I want to know a lot of things. But first, what be your name? Well, pleasure's all mine. Bjorn's the name, in case you're wondering. You know the best part about traveling Skyrim? Every sunrise and sunset are a spectacle. Make you appreciate the simpler things. This land holds many secrets, but it also holds much beauty. I try to appreciate both. Bjorn was a true warrior. Those damn Silverhands, they'll pay for what they've done. Sure, let's get out of here. Is everything all right? Sometimes I wonder if those scoundrels spend their time scheming their wicked deeds or just act like wild beasts. I'd give anything for a hot bath and a warm meal right now. Ah, the Silent Moon's camp. I've heard tales of this place. Legend tells of a lunar... The enchantment's power is said to wax and wane with the phases of the moons. Fascinating, don't you think? I hope we find some good loot in here. This place looks promising. Could you share a story from your days as a hired bounty hunter here in Skyrim? I'm always interested in tales from fellow sellswords. There's always something new to learn. I'm always interested in tales from fellow sellswords. There's always something new to learn.
Oh, I have some tales, Bjorn, but that's my past. I've sworn my blade to the one who saved my life. I'm not here for coins. You should try it sometime, eh?
That debt that brought you here, it's a special bond, to be sure. But you're completely mistaken about me. I have a purpose, and I have my honor as a true Nord.
Do you? You know, I was raised by a Nord, so I'm familiar with this obsession with heritage. But talking about honor as a mercenary, I can't quite get that.
But you will understand.
This obsession with heritage. But talking about honor as a mercenary, I can't quite get that.
But you will understand, Kaiden. I'm in this for a cause. Of course, the septums help keep my belly full of mead during the journey. But working as a mercenary allows me to wield justice with my sword. I don't take just any job, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't think it's worth it.
It's rare to find a mercenary with principles. Perhaps there is more to you than I first thought.
Just like there's more to you than your past deeds, my friend. We all walk our own paths, guided by our convictions.
The deeper the bond, the stronger the blade. If we're on the same side, I've got your back.
Appreciate that, Kaiden. Let's forge ahead side by side. Ah, there you are. Ready for some action? I've heard that the people of Morthal are big on their superstitions. You won't catch me messing with any of that stuff. It's a hard life, you know? Always on the road. But there's something about the freedom that I just can't give up. I'm a man of action, not words. But if you give me a mug of mead, I might just start spilling my secrets. You know, I never really got into magic. My mom was a healer, but I always preferred using my fists. Can't beat the feeling of a good punch to the face. You know what they say. A Nord's last words should be, I can take it. I'm not one for fancy things. Give me a good sword and some sturdy armor and I'm happy. Well, my loyalty isn't bought with septums. It's earned through trust. And once you've got it, I'll follow you into the depths of oblivion itself. I've made my share of mistakes. Who hasn't? But I believe it's not about the missteps we take, but how we get back on our path. You know, my dad used to say that the best way to deal with grief is to channel it into something productive. That's why I became a mercenary. You know what really grinds my gears? When people don't keep their word. A Nord's word is his bond, and I expect others to follow that same code of honor. Well, there's not much to tell, really. I'm just a simple mercenary trying to make a living. I've traveled all over Skyrim. It's not the most glamorous life, but it keeps me busy. There weren't many options for me. I had to learn to fight by myself while growing up in Skyrim, you know? My father was an Imperial Legion soldier and taught me some basics, but I mostly honed my skills through practice. My father fought in the Great War against the Thalmor. He, like many other good men and women, died in the war. It was a senseless conflict that accomplished nothing but death and destruction. Thank you. It's been a long time, you know? Aye, I do. The Thalmor took my father from us, and my mother was left to raise me alone. She was a healer, and tried her best to protect our village, but she was no match for the bandits who attacked us. Yes, they did. It was a long time ago, but the pain is still fresh. I've spent my life hunting down bandits ever since. Sure thing, my friend. I feel better when I get this off my chest. So, what brings you to Skyrim? What do you want to do? Seeking adventure and glory, huh? I like your spirit. Just remember, sometimes the greatest battles we face are the ones within ourselves. It's good to know that. Thanks for sharing with me. So, what else does Skyrim have to offer to the legendary Dragonborn? What do you want to do? Trying to escape your past, eh? I know how that feels. But let me tell you, running away won't make it go. Thanks for sharing with me. You know, I may be a fighter, but I still find solace in the pages of a good book. If you have one to spare, I'd be grateful for the chance to read it. Absolutely. I'm interested in your past. Family history can say a lot about a person. If you don't mind sharing, I'd love to hear. Well then, why don't we start with your parents? Can you share something about them? Ah, I see. Not knowing where you come from can be tough. But it seems you've done all right for yourself, my friend. Nah, don't mention it. You can share anything with me. I'm here as more than just your hired hand. I'm your ally, okay? Thanks for opening up to me. It's valuable to know these things. So, where were you born? I'm curious to know more about your background. I see. Well, if you ever do find out, feel free to share. I appreciate you sharing that with me. It's good to know. You know, I found in my travels that strength isn't about never failing, but about getting up every time we do. As the Nords say, the snow falls, the wind blows, and the warrior endures. My father was a big fan of ale. He used to say that there's nothing like a mug of mead after a hard day's work. Well, actually, yes. There's a guy trying to kill me, you know? I heard I killed a bandit he was fond of, and he's been going around saying he's going to finish me off. Shame I haven't found him yet, because they say he's an orc with a fine ebony sword. Ha! That's the spirit. I heard he was somewhere in the hold of Whiterun, mingling with scum of his kind.
Victory is yours. I submit. Come on. Finish it. No.
I heard a roar like a bear, but it was just Bjorn after that mammoth cheese. Ugh.
So, that orc who was baying for my blood is no more? Go lug the worm. What a colossal idiot. Ha! Serves him right. I owe you one. Well, I think the Imperial Legion are a bunch of softies. They let the damn Thalmors kill our people just because they worship their own gods. It's outrageous. But I also know that things could be much worse without the White Gold Concordat. And they may not have had a choice. It's complicated. I understand. I won't march under the Legion's flag, not after the cost it exacted from my family. But you can count on me to stand by your side. It's good enough for me. I've heard whispers of a gang of bandits terrorizing the locals. Let's go clear them out. Ha! You're a tough one. You know, the Bard's College isn't just about music. It's a place of history, lore, and culture. Might be worth a visit. Aye, I've been wanting to say, congrats on being named a Thane of Whiterun, eh? It's a pleasant change to travel alongside someone prestigious. Does this increase my value, you think? Ha. Solitude is a fine city, but you need to be careful who you trust in this town. I don't think I'd make a good guard. Walking back and forth all day and night. I can't think of anything more boring, to be honest. Pitiful Rogvir. It doesn't sit well with me. Being executed for sticking to our ways. It's a damned outrage. I've got an idea. Let's head to the Winking Skeever and catch Lizette's performance, shall we? You know, I could write a book about all the places I've been. Maybe one day I will. Why does everyone keep telling you things you didn't ask for? It's a bit annoying, isn't it? I swear, these streets always get me turned around. I never seem to know which way is what. All right, then. What can I do for you? I've never been a fan of the Blue Palace. Too many pompous politicians and backroom deals for
Steward,
my
I have
taste.
an idea that might help to bolster... difficult time. I think we shall have a grand parade.
Aye,
Let
let's have a
General
look.
Tullius march his troops from the Blue Palace to Castle Dower in all their finery.
You know, Kaiden, it's funny how paths cross in life. You've been through your fair share of trouble, and I reckon we both have a mutual hatred for the Thalmor.
Miss Stentor.
Maybe it's not so rare around here, Bjorn. Those damn Thalmor scum are everywhere. Who hasn't wanted to stick a sword in one of them?
And I'm also aware of how
Yeah, it's like they believe they're gods walking among men, but they're not invincible, these cursed bastards. I've even made them bleed myself.
Very well. But I
Damn right, Bjorn. And they'll bleed even more if they dare cross our
I've
path.
seen Jarls come and go.
Let
This
them
one only
try.
became Jarl because her husband died. She'll be replaced in a matter of